and it's illegal. Up to this point right now, we've made 50 arrests. We've towed 15 vehicles, and we're still making our way through vehicles and various protesters. We estimate more vehicles are going to be towed. 25 to 50 more people could be arrested. This is very dangerous. You could have people needing to get to the hospital right now. People are needing to get to work. Emergency vehicles can't respond. Again, it's unacceptable for these individuals to do this. What they've done is put people's lives at risk, has impacted people's lives, and has made for a very hectic day within the Bay Area. We are doing everything we can to process the scene quickly. With the assistance of the San Francisco Sheriff's Department, approximately 250 CHP personnel are on scene. They're making active arrests as I speak, and they're towing vehicles as we speak, working with Caltrans and our law enforcement partners. And I'm welcome to take any questions.
Were you caught off guard?
I will say that we were not caught off guard. This was something that we were anticipating happening. We were here within a couple minutes, but they were planned. They worked together. They brought their vehicles to a stop on the freeway, and that got accomplished within seconds.
What kind of charges are the people facing?
That's something that we're going to have to work with the San Francisco District Attorney. We're going to look for the full array of charges that we can press, not only impacting traffic, impacting emergency vehicles, and not allowing people to have movement. And so we'll be looking at what those various charges are and working together to increase those charges based upon people working together to do this.
How many police officers total do you think are here?
I would estimate right now total police officers among the various agencies approximately 250.
What's your estimate of reopening the bridge?
So our goal is within 15 to 20 minutes to hopefully have one lane open. It could take up to 30 minutes, but as we work through the crowd, there's vehicles that are abandoned and vehicles that they took their keys and they tossed them into the bay. And so we have to tow those vehicles. We have no other choice. Ultimately, we don't want to open the lanes until it's safe to do so for all people. But as quickly as we can, we do want to get one lane at least open.
And for our viewers who are just tuning in and watching the live right now, repeat, how many people were arrested? How many vehicles you still have to remove?
So 50 people approximately have been arrested so far. 15 vehicles have been towed. Again, those keys were tossed into the bay, and that's that calculated movement of working together that they did. We could still have 5, 10, 15 more cars to tow. Each time we work our way through the next set of vehicles, we're finding abandoned cars and more protesters. We estimate another 25 to 50 arrests could be made today. Once all arrests are done, we will provide those final numbers to the press.
Thank you. How far back are you having down the bridge?
So right now, we're having to go hundreds and hundreds of yards past the initial scene where we're still finding protesters and vehicles. And that's what's really causing the major delay. If it had only been one set of vehicles or one set of protesters, we would have gotten out.
Okay, I'm hearing what he's saying, actually, and this is interesting. He's saying that some of the protest vehicles were hundreds of yards back from that first line that stopped.
We speculated about that.
Right, so he said, and it's very difficult to now get back to all of those vehicles that are deserted from protesters. So it's going to be a mess to kind of unsort that. And when he said they threw their keys into the bay.
Right.
So now they've got to go tow away all those cars. There's another tow truck.
Yeah. And that's just prolonging the process of towing these cars again. I think we've got that audio reestablished. Let's listen back in.
Other individuals that we've missed, that will be part of the total investigation that we do.
Are the protesters fighting back, or is it civil disobedience where they're just being arrested and peacefully walking with you?
They have not actively combated against us, if that's what your question is. I don't necessarily call it a peaceful protest when you stop tens of thousands of people from being able to get to the hospital, being able to get to school, and being able to get to work. They also put themselves in a device called a sleeping dragon, which is where we have to get out tools to remove that, making it, again, more difficult for us to be able to make the arrest and to free up the scene and allow people to eventually get going on westbound 80.
I know that one of the lanes of the far right lane has been closed for much of the week as a security precaution for APEC. Did that closed off lane, open lane, facilitate any of the protesters' coordination in terms of slowing down and stopping?
That I don't know. I'm not sure. I couldn't give you an answer to that question.
Are tow trucks the problem to get here? Do you have enough, or is this hard to get through traffic?
We do have enough tow trucks, as you've seen, and I'm sure you have video. The tow trucks are actively taking vehicles, taking them off at Treasure Island, and then coming back and getting more vehicles.
So how many more arrests or how many more protesters do you think are still out there?
Right now, it would just be an estimate. We believe there could be upwards to 20 to 50, but that's just an estimate I'm providing right now.
And the abandoned cars?
That could be 5, 10 more. We're just not sure. It's you encounter a vehicle, no one's in it, there's no keys. We have a legal obligation to tow that vehicle. It's blocking the lanes.
And we know you had off.
Just lost audio again, but we learned a lot from that last bit of information because he explains the black tubes that we saw connecting the protesters. They jumped out of their vehicles and they were chained together, so that prolongs the arrest time even more because they have to use special tools to get them apart.
Those, yeah.